All right, so here he is, the #1 lightweight contender, and man, if that's not saying something, right? Got through the gauntlet at 155 pounds, made himself undeniable, and now tonight, TC, we find out what he has for the champion.
It long has been considered the deepest weight class in the UFC. So you know to get here is very tough. You have navigated the waters. You have done everything right. When it was time to press square, you press square. When it was time to press X, you press X. You better do it again tonight if you want to become the champion. There is no room for error as you try to win a UFC championship.
And no room for a 1 pound allowance. He was right on the number, 155 pounds, championship weight. Confidence is high that he will wrest the title away here tonight. All right, so Islam Makhachev getting back on the proven ground here tonight, putting his undisputed UFC lightweight championship on the line. So much to love about this man's mixed martial arts acumen, his fight IQ, and you got to think it's going to take the very best out of his opponent to wrest the belt away tonight.
Anyone that hopes to beat Makhachev has to be on their game. Your wrestling's got to be on point. Your striking's got to be on point. But more than anything, you have to have a steel mind. You cannot break in front of Makhachev because he will then drown you. This guy is a champion for a reason. And as you have seen time and time again, Hasbullah joins the Dagestanis in the octagon.
Perhaps that's an X factor tonight. The great Hasbullah in the corner of Islam Makhachev. Islam Makhachev steps inside the octagon. He is ready to fight. Our tale of the tape for this lightweight championship fight. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Lightweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Alexander the Great Volkanovski. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC lightweight champion of the world, Islam Makhachev.
Herb Dean, referee for this one. All right, here we go. Second meeting, Alexander Volkanovski and Islam Makhachev. Their first fight at UFC 284 went to Makhachev. Hotly contested by some. You and I both thought Islam won. We'll see if Volkanovski can make it 1-1 here tonight.
You know, Volkanovski is probably the most talented fighter in the world. His ability to improve between fights is not like anything I've ever seen before. But in the matchup with Makhachev the first time, we saw that Islam can stand with Volkanovski without being successful getting takedown. But he's got to be better tonight if he wants to win again, because as I said, Volkanovski continues to improve.
Makhachev's now dealing with a cheek cut. Back mount now. Volkanovski's able to flatten him out. This could be real trouble now.
He's got to be careful here.
Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top.
Slice that leg through. Let's get the side control.
All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhook. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard is try to frame. You frame and push your opponent away from you. By pushing him away from you, he will then want to come back into you.
Right.
It's like when I push you back, you want to go forward. So as he comes forward, hand goes off the face, let it slip into an underhook, build up to your elbow, then go chase your single leg. This is high-level grappling, John, from a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt named Daniel Cormier.
Making all these shots count. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Volkan.
Another ground and pound strike lands for this man. Always offensive, lands a shot from the bottom.
The ground strikes continue to pile up. Volkanovski going to work here from the full guard. Nice combination of strikes, mixing it up pretty well here. Well, he grounded him, and now he's trying to pound him out. Great ground strikes here.
And another one. Another strike from the top lands for him.
Makhachev's eye is closing up. A swing and a miss by Volkanovski. Nice. Nicely done. That's a big hook. So 3 minutes off the clock in our first round. Just out of range with the big right hand. Oh, and he lands another combination here, really starting to get into a striking groove.
I mean, it's stringing them together so effectively. Never throwing the same attack more than once. What a job to recognize all the openings in his opponent's defenses.
Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. All right, so now we are on the ground. Now he is in his wheelhouse. We'll see if he can get one of his submissions to pop here tonight.
And now he's inside.
What a great sequence by him, mixing up his strikes and once again targeting that already damaged, swollen area upstairs.
That's exactly what he should do. You know, we are talking about a guy that is so talented, that is so disciplined, that when he can see swelling like that, he's going to continue to attack it.
All right, so there it is again. He's been very efficient with his ground and pound striking game tonight.
And now they're starting to pile. He's starting to pile them together. Punch after punch is starting to land from the top position.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Volkan.
Another strike gets through from the top position.
Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard.
10 seconds now to go in the round. Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
All right, there's the horn indicating the end of the round. So potentially a big factor here, ladies and gentlemen. The cut on the cheek sustained in that round. Certainly better to be below than above the eye, but the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. All right, let us show you all that was done in terms of the damage in that previous round. He has got a huge gash on his cheek.
I mean, there was that shot right there. That one landed and opened him up. What a nasty combination thrown by his opponent. But this cut now.
Ready. Ready.
Second round underway. Well, Alexander Volkanovski has never lost a pro fight at 145 pounds, and if his boxing is any indication, that is a record that is probably going to hold up after tonight.
I mean, Volkanovski follows the game plan to a T. Whatever you set out in front of him, he is going to do, and he's going to do it at the highest level. We saw that in his fight against Max Holloway when he became the UFC featherweight champion. Great job moving into his opponent and getting to that single collar.
That's a ball. How about the transition to the ankle pick? Now we will see where he goes from here.
Got the ankle pick. Let's see how he advances from this position.
All right, so he continues to land a high volume of strikes. He talked to us a lot about pace and pressure, and he has certainly kept up his end of the ball.
I mean, the cardio is fantastic tonight. He is pushing at a level that we have not seen him fight before. This is shades of Colby Covington, Max Holloway, those guys that can fight all night. He is showing you that he has done the work in the training room, and it's on full display tonight.
Oh, he's got the knee on the belly. Could be trouble defensively.
I need you to move. Scramble.
Just because he got taken down doesn't mean he ain't gonna punch. Lands a beautiful strike from the bottom.
MAKHACHEV getting worked here from the top. Let's see if he goes for a sweep to try to get back to his feet. Lands the grounded pound strike here. Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through. All right, full guard here, DC. What does he need to do to improve position?
Well, he's got to start to build his posture, get some damage off, move to half guard, which in turn leads to more opportunities for advancement. But if you're on the bottom, you got to anticipate those movements the moment he tries to move to the next position. You build a shield, get back to your feet, or dig an underhook to try to get a reversal or a sweep. Oh.
Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Volkanovski. All right, so pretty good damage here with the ground and pound. Nothing superficial about these strikes. They are intending to harm.
Oh, yeah, he's landing very accurately, and he's landing to get damage off.
Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. Oh, and there's another ground strike for good measure. Oh, pinpoint ground strike by him there, and that one opened up a cut. Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, Jonathan, he just gets up.
Oh, big shots from the top. Another ground and pound strike lands. Beautiful strike there as he continues to attack that cut. The cut man's going to have some work to do if we get to the stool between rounds.
But that's why we got the best in the business. We got the best cut men in the business, and they are going to need him right now because this cut is getting worse, and it's only going to continue to get worse because he has got a killer in front of him. Massive shot lands. It's over, John. Fight's done.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Islam Makhachev. Oh, his ground and pound is on full display here tonight. All right, side control now. 1 minute to go in round two.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
Oh, this is not good. Mounted crucifix, all that body weight from the top position. This could be the beginning of the end.
Yes, this could be the beginning of the end. This is a very, very bad position for the bottom guy. Top guy has moved into a position where he can finish the fight. He just needs to make sure that the trap he has set is still tended to so that the guy doesn't escape from it. Oh, right into mount. This is a terrible position.
Seconds winding down in round two. Ten minutes in the books. All right, so that round is in the books. Oh, Volkanovski's eye is in real trouble, folks. That does not look good. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see the ringside physician be called on here. He might even stop the fight. We'll see. Well, that was a damaging 5 minutes. We'll see how he can recover over this 60 seconds. We'll show you some replays now from that previous round.
He was on the receiving end of some big blows. and he wasn't moving his head well. His head was on the center line. He was a stationary target, and his opponent opened up a nasty cut on him. He has got to move his head to limit the damage that he's taking.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Round 3 of a possible 5. Oh, blocked the shot there and then delivers the straight counter. Volkanovski's cheek is just leaking blood all over the octagon. That gash is absolutely terrible. I might have even caught his jawbone in there. I'm not so sure. Big shots being landed on both sides here. Swing and a miss by Volkanovski. Watch, the referee right then and there has called a stop to the action. Looks like he's going to call on the doctor to look at the cut, and it is a pretty significant one, DC.
Well, he's bleeding a lot, and the blood is going into his eyes. It's very difficult for him to see right now.
Well, the doctor doesn't care about your feelings there. That's the end of the fight. And again, when you talk about fighting in the future, you got to have an athlete's health in mind. I know you hate to see it.
You know, you had an idea, right? The cut's in a bad spot. You knew there was a possibility. Unfortunate that it ends this way.
All right, we got some replays for you now. The accumulation of damaging strikes ultimately causing a premature end to this one.
Well, he got the cut, and he kept landing in that spot, targeting the spot. But once he hit him with this shot right here, this is when the referee goes, you know what? Let me bring the ringside position in. We got to take a check on this guy, make sure he's okay.
And you knew that last time they brought the doctor in, that was going to be it. It goes into the books as a TKO via doctor stoppage. Bruce Buffer is here. He has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, the doctor has called a stop to this fight, declaring the winner by TKO, and still the undisputed UFC lightweight champion of the world, Islam MAKHACHEV.
All right, so there he is, the still UFC lightweight champion of the world. A lot of steam here during fight week that maybe there were a few things that could plague him tonight. Looked as good as ever for my money.
He looked as good as he's ever looked inside the octagon. He's so good at everything, every single skill that you need to